Savannah Classic AAU Overtime Podcast making its debut here in Savannah. Jordan DeLuciano here, and joining me now, University of Tennessee forward Connor Frazier. Connor, your Vols, unfortunate defeat to Florida 5-1 in the opening game. Take me through it.
I mean, we were so excited to be here. We had a 6.5-hour car ride yesterday. We were all so excited. The environment here has been unreal. We had some nice dinner last night. We were prepared. The whole town knows about it. We went to a sub shop earlier today, and we were met by 3 people who came up to us like, "You play for Tennessee?" And we were like, "Yes, sir, we do." And they're like, "You play in the Savannah Hockey Classic?" So obviously it's a popular thing around here. And the fans here were amazing. Atmosphere was unreal. This is by far the most fans that we played in front of. So it was a great time. We came out in the first period, I thought, with some energy. We're typically a team that likes to get our feet settled first of all and then roll from there. But I had a goal in the first 5 minutes of the game. I got a great pass from Louis John Bear. That was probably our highlight of the game.
After, buddy.
After.
Yeah, we'll go after. Yeah, you got fans already, man. You're exiting live interview. You're exiting to get something signed live. I think you got to give them a signature after this, right?
I will. I gotcha. But
yes, but carry on, Connor.
Yeah,
yes.
I mean, it's really tough to talk about. There wasn't a ton of positive on our side, but I think that we were definitely able to jive there for a little bit in the first period. We got our feet settled, got a quick goal off the jump, and honestly, we thought that we were going to come in here and take care of business, but obviously things don't go our way. Our second period was a little bit less unfortunate for us. We tried to get stuff going. We had a great intermission talk by Drew King and all the rest of the coaches, and the coaching staff here has always been top of the line. I mean, we just couldn't get it done. Passes, we outshot them. I think it was 32-23 was the exact amount. Could be wrong, but
it was close to that. Yeah, pretty much on the nail. Yeah.
So I mean, we got our main goal was to get shots on net, try to pepper the goalie. We saw in warm-ups we were looking at the goalie and we were like, he gives up some rebounds, and our goal was to go down, get a pass off pad. We had a great play by Wilga Sanders and Pete Bunch on a penalty kill. He went down, got a pass off the pad, and unfortunately couldn't finish. And I think that penalty in the third period, actually late second period, game misconduct, had a 5-minute power play going into the third. That could have been a real turning point, and we weren't able to capitalize. Throughout the year, we've always had a pretty top-of-the-line power play. I think we were somewhere around 40%, and that unreal in my standards. And we have Kyle Stover on the left side hammering down shots, and I'm in front of the net, and we really just have a great group of guys, and it's just unfortunate that we couldn't get it done. I was looking forward to playing the championship. Obviously, these are some great rivals: Georgia Tech, Georgia, Tennessee, Florida. Can't get much better than that. And it's just unfortunate. So we'll see whoever wins this game. We'll be looking forward to playing them tomorrow. Same energy will be brought, even more if we need it. And we'll go in there and try to take care of business. And after that, we've got Clemson the week after that, and we're going to try to keep it rolling.
So you mentioned something that I noticed on the broadcast. Well, the rebounds were there. He was kicking out rebounds, but then he settled in a little bit. The rebounds started coming less and less frequent. You guys were the better team in that first period. Just the score did not resemble it. Were you guys getting, like, going into that intermission, the first, were you guys down? What was the conversation? Like you said, you heard a good speech from your head coach and former player on the team, Drew King. What was that conversation like going into the second, knowing you guys were the better team, but the scoreboard didn't show that?
I'm going to be honest, that's not what was said in the locker room. We thought that we weren't the better team. And we came out, like I said, we came out hot and we were fiery, but it's really hard to say because there's so many emotions going on. There's so much talent that's in that locker room, and we know that we can play. We know that we can come out strong, and to get swept, this is our third loss to Florida this year. That's not what we want. And I think that at our times, both teams can be the best team when it comes to getting shots on goal, playing good defense. Obviously, I don't know the goalie's name. I think his last name was
Shields. Shield. Yeah.
He played
like a shield.
Yeah. He played like a shield. He was honestly really, really good, and props to him. I mean, I thought that, I don't know if he got the player of the game for his team, but props to him.
Yes, he did settle in after like the rebounds were kicking out, but he did settle into Shield's credit. What do you see has been you said you're 0-3 right now. You had the 2 losses right at the beginning of the year against Florida. Is there a common trend that has carried into for you guys against Florida this year?
I don't really think there is. Our first 2 games against Florida were our first and second games of the season. Not to blame the card, but obviously our wheels aren't there. going off the jump. And I think today we were so confident going into this game that we were going to be able to play the way that we play, and that will translate into a successful game. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. And they're a great team. Props to those guys. I have a buddy on the team, Jackson Choi, number 4. Play with him in my youth career. They're always top of the line, and things didn't go our way. It's just the way it pans out.
You guys had the majority of the shot totals. You had the majority of the power play opportunities. What was missing that last step to get the puck to the back of the net? What do you feel like that was that missing piece that only led to one goal?
Our defense was lackluster this game. That's been a big issue on our part recently, is getting pucks not only just to the net, but being able to find the correct look. We have such talented guys on our team: Michael Constantino, Tyler Isles, Kenny Richter, Mitchell Spranklin. Like, we've got the guys that we need to be successful. And I think in my heart that we're one of the top teams in this league, which standings say we are. I mean, we've been having a good win-loss ratio compared to years prior. Pucks just needing to the net, and if that doesn't happen, you're not going to win a lot of games. 5-1 loss, and it's tough, and there's so many fans here, kids going in. But yeah, I mean, it's just unfortunate. We're such a confident team that we know that we can win. We know that we can play the right way. And when we come out here and perform in such a great environment, the way that we don't want to perform, it's just bad beat. It's something that we need to work on and look inner in ourselves. And if we can't diagnose that, then we've got other problems that we need to start from scratch. So
in a situation like Tennessee's going into tomorrow, you guys got to play the third place game. And a lot of times, no matter what sport it is, the third place game, guys are kind of like, all right, going through the motions at the championship game. But by your words right now, and by the passion that is being sensed, third place game, you guys are going to play to win tomorrow. And it's not going to be sitting back on the heels, whatever it's third place game. You guys are going to be ready to go no matter who the opponent is.
I mean, unfortunately, we've already lost one game to Georgia Tech, and we want to win. We can't come out of here with no wins. That's non-negotiable. That can't happen. And I know from Drew King and the rest of the coaches, they're going to be telling us exactly what we need to do. And I'm sure that with their coaching and the leadership that we have in our team, Pete Bunch, captain, we'll get the job done. It's just we got to play the right way. We didn't play the right way today, and that's what happens.
Yes. Well, Connor, I want to thank you for joining the podcast. If your coach Drew wants to join right now, he can slide right in. I don't know if he's waiting for you or he's waiting to join. If you want to slide right in, Coach, you can go right for it. I'll slide over. We can keep both of you on. You guys can share the microphone if you would like. So, Coach, a very passionate Connor Frazier right now about the defeat. The shot total was in your favor. First period play, from our point of view, looked like you guys had the better. Connor says differently. What was that missing piece? Because the opportunities felt like it was there. The power play opportunities were there. Just it did not replicate on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I think the one word that I've been thinking about is cohesiveness and a lack thereof. We just had zero cohesiveness. It was a bunch of individual players out there tonight. The power play let us down. There was no movement. It was a lot. It was very stagnant. There's a lot of things that we need to work on coming out of this first game. I think the nerves got to them a little bit too. This is our first time at this tournament, and big stadium, big crowd, we just did not have our best stuff tonight, and it's really unfortunate because we've had a great season so far, a great back half of the fall semester, and coming back out of the winter break, we just kind of laid a dud, and it's unfortunate.
Going into that third period, you guys had that 5-minute power play. What do you feel like was missing? Was it just zone entries, the lack of urgency maybe on the 5 group that was out there?
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Lack of urgency. I think we were very lackadaisical on the power play. No quick passes, no movement. Again, back to cohesiveness, none there. There's only so many words that you can say after a game like that.
So talking to Connor, he seems dead set tomorrow. He really wants to win, even though it's the third place game in sports. Teams tend to play laid back in that game, but you guys tomorrow, no matter it's GT or Georgia, you guys want to win that one. What's the message you're delivering, if you haven't delivered it already, to the group in front of you?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll go back and look at film and see where we can improve upon. We're still going to be up for the game tomorrow. It doesn't matter if it's third place or 20th place. The boys will be ready tomorrow. I have complete confidence. After laying a dud like that, it's good teams bounce back, and we'll find out if we're a good team or not tomorrow.
And lastly, forward Connor Frazier mentioned it was defensive miscues in your own end that led to the goals being scored, despite you guys spending some time in the offensive zone. It felt like Florida came down and just quality over quantity. What do you need to address in your defensive zone to fix what happened tonight?
Most of their goals were on the rush, and we like to play a very aggressive game where D pinches and forwards are responsible in being back. D didn't pinch at the right times. Forwards were not back at the correct times. Again, I'll go back and say it, lack of cohesiveness, no communication, and that's how fast breaks happen. That's how odd man rushes happen, and that's what killed us tonight.
So alongside forward Connor Frazier from the University of Tennessee and their head coach, Drew King, my name is Jordan DeLuciano. After game 1 of night 1 at the Savannah Classic, it is Florida moving on to the finals, 5-1 win over Tennessee. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining the podcast, and good luck tomorrow.
Appreciate all you do. Thank you very much.